Polyphenol are bioactive compounds found in a variety of plant-based foods such as fruits, vegetables, tea, wine, and chocolate. These compounds have been extensively studied for their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, which can play a crucial role in promoting health and preventing various chronic diseases. Inflammation is a complex biological process that can be both beneficial and harmful to the body, depending on its intensity and duration. Polyphenol can modulate this process, contributing to the maintenance of physiological balance. The main groups of polyphenol include flavonoids, phenolic acids, lignans, and stilbenes. Each of these groups contains various subclasses and specific compounds, such as quercetin, resveratrol, catechins, and caffeic acid, which are responsible for their biological activities. For example, quercetin is a flavonoid widely found in apples, onions, and tea, known for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It can inhibit the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines and reduce oxidative stress, both important for regulating the inflammatory response. Resveratrol, a stilbene primarily found in grapes and red wine, has also demonstrated potent anti-inflammatory effects. It can modulate various cellular signaling pathways involved in inflammation, including inhibiting the NF-kappa B pathway, one of the main pathways regulating inflammatory genes. Additionally, resveratrol can enhance the expression of antioxidant enzymes, thereby reducing the production of reactive oxygen species and, consequently, cellular damage associated with chronic inflammation. Catechins, abundantly found in green tea, are another example of polyphenol with significant anti-inflammatory properties. Studies have shown that catechins can suppress the activity of various pro-inflammatory enzymes, such as cyclooxygenase, COX, and lipoxygenase, LOX, which are responsible for the synthesis of inflammatory mediators like prostaglandins and leukotrienes. Furthermore, catechins can improve endothelial function and reduce vascular inflammation, which is particularly relevant for the prevention of cardiovascular diseases. Phenolic acids, such as caffeic acid and ferulic acid, present in foods like coffee, citrus fruits, and whole grains, also exhibit notable anti-inflammatory properties. They can act as direct antioxidants, neutralizing free radicals, or indirectly by modulating the expression of antioxidant genes through the activation of the NRF2 pathway. This pathway is crucial for the adaptive response to oxidative and inflammatory stress, promoting the expression of detoxifying and antioxidant enzymes. Epidemiological studies have consistently linked the consumption of polyphenol-rich diets with a lower incidence of chronic inflammatory diseases, such as rheumatoid arthritis, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and certain types of cancer. These beneficial effects are believed to be due to polyphenol ability to modulate both innate and adaptive immune responses. For instance, they can influence the function of immune cells such as macrophages, lymphocytes, and neutrophils, reducing the production of inflammatory mediators and increasing the production of anti-inflammatory cytokines. The absorption and bioavailability of polyphenol are crucial factors that determine their biological efficacy. After ingestion, polyphenol undergo extensive metabolism in the gastrointestinal tract and liver, resulting in a variety of metabolites that may have distinct biological activities from the original compounds. The gut microbiota plays a fundamental role in this process, metabolizing polyphenol into more easily absorbable and biologically active compounds. Therefore, the composition of the gut microbiota can significantly influence the anti-inflammatory effects of polyphenol. The role of polyphenol in modulating the gut microbiota is an emerging field of research. Studies suggest that polyphenol can act as prebiotics, promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria and inhibiting intestinal pathogens. This effect can contribute to maintaining intestinal barrier integrity and reducing systemic inflammation, as intestinal dysbiosis has been associated with various chronic inflammatory diseases. Additionally, the gut microbiota can biotransform polyphenol into bioactive compounds with enhanced anti-inflammatory properties, further extending their health benefits. The molecular mechanisms by which polyphenol exert their anti-inflammatory effects are diverse and complex. They can interfere at various stages of the inflammatory cascade, from inhibiting the activation of pro-inflammatory transcription factors like NF-kappa B and AP1, to modulating intracellular signaling pathways such as the MAPK and PI3K/ACT pathways. Furthermore, polyphenol can regulate the expression and activity of antioxidant and anti-inflammatory enzymes, such as superoxide dismutase, SOD, catalase, and hemoxygenase 1, HO1. The synergistic effects of polyphenol present in a varied diet are also noteworthy. Although many studies focus on the effects of isolated polyphenol, such as quercetin or resveratrol, the reality is that polyphenol-rich foods contain a complex mixture of different compounds that can act synergistically to potentiate their biological effects. For example, the combination of different flavonoids present in fruits and vegetables can result in greater inhibition of inflammatory mediator production than each compound alone. This synergy highlights the importance of a balanced diet rich in plant-based foods for health promotion. In addition to their direct action on immune cells and inflammatory signaling pathways, polyphenol can also modulate the inflammatory response through epigenetic effects. They can alter gene expression by modifying DNA methylation patterns, histone acetylation, and microRNA regulation. These epigenetic modifications can result in reduced expression of pro-inflammatory genes and increased expression of anti-inflammatory and antioxidant genes, contributing to a more balanced inflammatory profile. Resveratrol, for example, has been extensively studied for its potential neuroprotective effects. In addition to its general anti-inflammatory properties, resveratrol can modulate specific signaling pathways in the brain, such as the mitogen-activated protein kinase, MAPK, pathway and the adenosine monophosphate-activated protein kinase, AMPK, pathway, which are involved in regulating cellular metabolism and stress response. These effects may be particularly relevant for the prevention and treatment of neurodegenerative diseases, where chronic inflammation and oxidative stress play a central role. Furthermore, polyphenol can cross the blood-brain barrier and exert their effects directly in the brain. Studies in animal models have shown that the consumption of polyphenol-rich diets is associated with improved cognitive function and a reduction in the progression of neurodegenerative diseases. These effects may be mediated by the ability of polyphenol to modulate the expression of genes related to neuroinflammation, promote synaptic plasticity, and protect neurons against oxidative damage. In addition to their direct effects on inflammation and oxidative stress, polyphenol can also influence the composition and function of the gut microbiota, which in turn can affect gut-brain communication. This bidirectional communication, known as the gut-brain axis, plays a crucial role in regulating mood, behavior, and cognitive function. Therefore, by modulating the gut microbiota, polyphenol may have indirect effects on brain function and emotional well-being. Besides neurodegenerative diseases, polyphenol have also been studied in relation to other neurological conditions, such as depression and anxiety. Epidemiological studies have found associations between the consumption of diets rich in fruits, vegetables, and tea and a lower risk of developing depression. These effects can be attributed, at least in part, to the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties of polyphenol, which can protect the brain against oxidative stress and neuroinflammation associated with depression. Additionally, some clinical studies suggest that polyphenol supplementation may have positive effects on symptoms of depression and anxiety in humans. For example, the administration of saffron extract, a source of polyphenol, has been shown to be effective in reducing symptoms of depression in several clinical studies. Similarly, supplementation with green tea extract has been associated with improvements in anxiety and mood in some studies. While the results of these studies are encouraging, it is important to note that more research is needed to fully understand the effects of polyphenol on mental health and to identify the most effective doses and forms of administration. Moreover, it is important to consider that polyphenol are just one part of a holistic approach to promoting mental health, which also includes a balanced diet, regular exercise, adequate sleep, and psychosocial support. In summary, polyphenol are bioactive compounds found in a variety of plant-based foods, known for their potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. These compounds have the potential to modulate the inflammatory response throughout the body, protecting against chronic diseases, including cardiovascular, neurodegenerative, and metabolic diseases. Additionally, polyphenol may have positive effects on mental health, reducing symptoms of depression and anxiety. Although more research is needed to fully understand these effects and translate them into effective clinical interventions, current evidence suggests that including polyphenol-rich foods in a balanced diet may be a promising strategy for promoting overall health and well-being. Em conclusão,
Os polifenóis representam uma poderosa ferramenta no combate à inflamação e na promoção da saúde geral. Seus efeitos antioxidantes e anti-inflamatórios são fundamentais para a prevenção de uma variedade de doenças crônicas, desde doenças cardiovasculares até condições neurodegenerativas. Além disso, sua capacidade de modular a microbiota intestinal e influenciar vias de sinalização celular torna-os agentes multifacetados na manutenção do equilíbrio fisiológico. Portanto, incluir alimentos ricos em polifenóis em sua dieta diária pode ser uma estratégia eficaz para fortalecer o sistema imunológico e proteger contra os efeitos prejudiciais da inflamação crônica. Não espere mais para colher os benefícios desses poderosos compostos naturais. Comece hoje mesmo a incorporar mais frutas, vegetais, chá e outros alimentos ricos em polifenóis em sua rotina alimentar e sinta a diferença em sua saúde e bem-estar.
Join us in the fight against inflammation. Subscribe to Gigantic Suplementos for more tips and insights on how to harness the power of polyphenol for better health. Together, let's take proactive steps towards a healthier lifestyle. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Let's embark on this journey towards optimal health together.